Yo, what is up guys? It is your boy Smash, and today we're bringing you a video about perks, and we're going to be looking at the most important perks in the game. And specifically, we're going to be looking at unlocking all of the crafting stations, specifically the Forge, Workbench, Cement Mixer, and Chemistry set. So let's go ahead and get into these things real quick. So when we open up our skill tree, what we're going to want to do is head over to Intellect, and then what you're going to notice over here is when we click on Advanced Engineering, Level 1 Blacksmith is going to unlock the ability to craft forges. And then you'll also get a 20% speed boost on the items that you're crafting, etc. But when we go to level 2 Tinkerer, this is where we're going to unlock more of our crafting stations. We're going to unlock our workbenches and our cement mixers. So there's 3 out of the 4. So, when you guys are getting your skill points and saving them up and wondering how to invest them, or maybe you're wondering where in the world do we even get a forge going without picking up a schematic, etc., this is how you're going to do it. So you're going to definitely want to get to at least level 2 Tinkerer. That way you can make the cement mixer, workbench, and the forge. And then also, when we go into Physician, okay, at rank 1 Intern, you're going to be able to craft a chemistry station. And the chemistry station obviously is going to be super important. That's where we're going to be making all of our gunpowder for, making ammo and such. So, these things are extremely important to know about the game. And if you're brand new, you probably don't know where to find these things. And that's why we're bringing you this video. Now also, something I want to get into as well is unlocking all of the tools, specifically the iron tools, the wrench, etc. So what we need to do is we need to go down into the attribute of perception all the way down to Salvage Operations, and then what you're going to see here is that rank 1, it unlocks wrench crafting. So if you're wondering how do we get a wrench going, this is definitely how you're going to do that. And all of these basically just give you more to your harvest when you're salvaging. But the number 1 junk collector is going to unlock the wrench crafting. Now, if we go into strength and then we go down over here to miner 69er, tool nipper is what you want to unlock all of the iron tools. And what you're going to see here is it unlocks all iron tools like pickaxes. And that's going to be the iron hammer and the shovel and all the good stuff that you want to be using early game, because the tools are going to help you harvest more resources a lot faster. So let's get into the next thing here. So with the iron sledgehammer, now this is kind of like a debate here, but the iron sledgehammer is definitely a tool that you can use to bust down doors a lot quicker than the stone hammer. And then also it can be used as a weapon, but what you want to do is go under skull crusher. And then under Bruiser, you're going to see this unlocks the iron sledgehammer crafting. Of course, you're going to need the workbench for it. So yeah, that's how you unlock the iron sledgehammer. Now, some of you might be wondering, well, how do we get the hunting knife? Let's go into deep cuts. I believe it's under agility. So we'll go to deep cuts, dull blade. A rank 1 dull blade is going to unlock the hunting knife, and that's going to help you, harvest more meat from the animals that you kill instead of using a bone shank, which is kind of like the lowest tool that you can use to harvest meat from animals. But this is definitely how you unlock that. If you want to spend a skill point towards it, you can. I don't really use this a whole lot, but some people really want that blade, and that's how you do that. And then you do also get up to 3 bleeding wounds, etc. So if you're into using melee weapons and you like using bladed weapons, this is not a bad route to go. Now, this video is not to bring you guys an in-depth tutorial on the different builds that you can do with your character, like maxing out certain perks, if you're doing a melee class or you're doing a rifle class or whatever. But, you want to take a look at some of these things and see, what's your fighting style and how do you want to invest these things. If you do go invest this, and you're using spears and such, that's definitely going to up your damage and cause lots of bleeding, which is always good. Now, the next thing that I wanted to get into was Master Chef. So sometimes, if you're not able to find certain schematics and you want to unlock recipes, number 1 Bachelor is pretty awesome because, as you can see, it's going to unlock the basic recipes such as bacon and eggs, boiled and grilled meats, baked potatoes, cornbread, teas, and coffee, which is amazing because, early game, it's nice to be able to craft grilled meats, and often you're going to find one within week 1, but in the meantime you'll be eating a bunch of charred meat. And you know, so the thing is with the bacon and eggs, you're going to get more HP to your hunger and all that good stuff. And then it's really nice to be able to also craft the different teas, which give you stamina regens and, you know, other benefits like cures dysentery, etc. You know, if you get sick from eating something. And then also the coffee, because, you know, as we all know, in the beginning of the game, you know, your stamina is not going to be too high, but the coffee is going to be able to give you a boost to your stamina, which means you're going to be able to harvest and mine a lot more. So that's really nice. And lastly, what I wanted to do was go back over to physicians. So aside from being able to craft our chemistry station, this also is going to allow you to craft first aid bandages and plaster casts. So, you know, if you're wondering how in the world do we get bandages in the game without having to find them, how can we craft them, etc., this is how you're going to do that. And also, you're going to need to either be near a desert biome or pick up some aloe seeds, because the aloe vera plant is how you're going to make aloe vera cream, and the aloe vera cream with the bandage is going to be able to make the first aid bandages. But if you notice, if we go all the way up to level 3 surgeon, then we can craft first aid kits and steroids. Now the first aid kits are going to give you a lot more health. So sometimes, you know, like when I first started playing this game, I really didn't understand, you know, how do we make these things? And this is why I wanted to make this video, guys. I want you guys to know how to make all the bare essential things in the game so you can have a better gaming experience. And, you know, because it kind of sucks when you don't realize, like, hey, you know, this perk can do this and this perk can do that, you know. So the main things here that we've covered today is unlocking all the craft stations, unlocking all the tools, and all the basic essentials such as your first aid, bandages, etc., and all the basic recipes from the cooking menu. So hope this video was helpful for you guys. If you found it helpful, please leave a like and comment. Also make sure to hit that subscribe button. We'll be coming back with more 7 Days to Die gameplay and tips and tricks videos, and we will catch you in the next video.